One eye open when I'm sleeping. One eye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we may be a little delayed for the first quarter. Lord knows I had to eat. I was fixing a rush, but then I said, you know what? I'll take my time. I enjoyed the first quarter, but it's the second quarter, goddammit. Miami leads by 7. We got polls up on Hot Mic. You can win $35. Click the links in my description. Download the Hot Mic app. Use the invite code Adonis if you have not already. Went over to Hot Mic to participate in the polls. Ladies and gentlemen, we got questions up right now. Opportunity to win yourself a little bit of money. All right. Who leads Philly in shot attempts? Who leads Miami in shot attempts? Who scores the more points in the third quarter? Who scores the most in the fourth? Who scores most in the second? Who wins the game? And we'll have more polls coming up later throughout the game. Let's crank it up. It's game 2. Miami versus Philadelphia, goddammit. Victor Oladipo at the line. What is going on, y'all? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? By the way, while I was eating, I watched both SmackDown and Raw. I'm caught up. Now I know what the hell happened with the Bloodline and Arcade Bro now featuring Drew McIntyre. 9-point lead here for Miami. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? What is going on? What is going on? God damn it. We got a battle between Miami and Philadelphia. So tonight we're going to be hearing a whole lot of...
No, Bam Bam, don't do that.
About
Tobias.
3-point shot here for Philly. We're going to see who's going to win. But right now in the comment section, let me know, who do you have winning here tonight? Miami or Philadelphia? Let me know in the comment section who you got winning here tonight, who you got winning. Goku said we got the urge to purge. Might I add 2 minutes? I'm keeping open on these polls. All right, we a little delayed, so we got to make sure them polls, y'all mess around and participate. I don't have a duplicate. If you were already on the while I was making the polls, I did make an error, so I had to go and update it. So one of the polls, it might still be there, but you close the app, reopen the app, or close the chat room, reopen the chat room. It should be fixed. But oh my, Tyler Hero with a little bit of English gets a bat. Well, not a little bit of English, more like good footwork, feet work, as they say. Gets one to go. JT Golden put 2 on and said, who do I have winning in the Owen Hart Cup in AEW? Well, I'm rolling with Dax all the way. I'm seeing a whole lot of Miami. Pay My Child Support said he not picking the Sixers. He ain't picking the Heat. He's picking...
Tobias.
I said he's picking...
Tobias.
I don't think you heard me. He's picking...
Tobias.
But ladies and gentlemen, you see the score on the screen. You take a look at how much points the Sixers got. How much they got?
27.
I said the Sixers got how much points?
27.
I don't think you could do the math because you subtract 8 from 35. That's how much points the Sixers got. The Sixers got how much points?
27.
I said the Sixers got how much points?
27.
27. So we wasn't starting out the stream with 27. We had to start out with 27. 27. Stay tuned later on tonight. I got a video coming out about some ridiculous individual in the gym with some wild workouts. Why was there no foul call? That's interesting. Don't move your foot. They might call travel, Oladipo. Pull up jumper. It looks short. It is short. 45 seconds remain here on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure. Oh, no. James Harden might just give them more than 27. No, he's not. Oh, no. The Sixers retain possession. No, they might go over 27. Oh, what good footwork inside. That son of a bitch just gave them 29 points. Imagine if the score stayed at 27 for the rest of the game. First off, that'd be very embarrassing. Doc should get fired after the game. But that would be quite humorous. What's the score? 35 to 29. Which Jamal over here asking what the score is. That brother's brain clearly is on all kinds of drugs. He wakes up in the morning concussed by default because there's no reason why you should have known what the score is if it's on the screen. Every single day he hears voices in his head, but it's not like Randy Orton. It's not Rev Theory performing in his ears. He just hearing absolute stupidity ringing from the left side of his brain to the right, and he be laying there on the floor like... not having a good time. Not having a good time whatsoever. I tell you who is having a good time. That ring right there. Oh my, yeah. Do that again. Love to see it. Now, Bam Adebayo at the free throw line, trying to get the lead back up to 8. What the Bucks said, what player gonna get to 27 first? Well, we will see. But Bam Adebayo puts in both free throws, gets it to go. Did I see the clip of Chuck yelling, "Acknowledge me" on TNT? I did see that. Yeah, AEW is not really going to be a big fan of that shit. Turner shouldn't be a big fan of that because they have the rights to AEW, so it'd be very foolish to be over here freaking talking about that. Did I see what happened with Dave Chappelle? Yes, I did see that. What happened? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Had that brother looking like somebody on Twitter said the best joke I seen all day. Had that brother looking like a human scratch man of poo. That man's elbows was facing forward. It looked like that episode of The Simpsons where man's had a leg where his arm should be and a hand where his leg should be. Brother got fucked up, and I love to see it. Because a lot of people looking for their moment of clout, right? But you're going to run up on the wrong people. Right now, the stock for security must be increasing by the second. People who've been waiting to invoke nefarious intent have been begging for this opportunity. And apparently, homie was armed. So, I mean, everything he got, he deserved. 7th Denim put 2 on and said, yo, it's 8:08 time. It's 8:08 time to bang some El DeBarge. Oh, let me go and close those there polls. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. But that dude who ran on the stage, there's no way he didn't have that plan. Because why the fuck you gonna pay for the front row seat and then you come to a comedy show, all of a sudden you offended and want to erase the dog on stage? Nah, you had a plan from the beginning. You knew what you was doing. You was going to wait until the time was considered right, and then you'd make your move. Little did you know, you was about to get all kinds of beats by Dre. Stupid bitch. Tyler Hero with yet another basket. That boy cold, man. That boy cold. Doc better call a timeout right now. Indeed he does. 9-point lead here for the Heat. Yeah, I said Chappelle's joke triggered his inner cuckold. Fuck wrong with him? Security was garbage. Nah, security may have, they didn't stop him in time from getting in contact with Chappelle, but the moment that they caught homie, that was it for him. He was getting his ass whipped. Call the police. Yo, we are the police. We whipping your ass, stupid. And Chris Rock came out and said, was that Will Smith? Hilarious. Can't wait to see Chris. I think it's 2 months from now or next month. I can't remember. But I am seeing Bill Burr next month. Tyler with a basket. Tyler so good. Yeah, I knew when he got drafted, that brother's able to create his own shot. He's able to get a bucket. The only thing is, I don't see him coming off the bench forever. It's going to be highly plausible that most likely next year he can get the starting role because he could have been an all-star this year. He got stomped by Dave, Mos Def, Busta Rhymes, and Jamie Foxx. Comedian lumberjack match. You ain't wrong about that. Joshua Cook put 5 on and said, hyped up for WrestleMania Backlash this weekend. I'm rooting for RK Bro and Drew McIntyre to win against the Bloodline. Happy Mother's Day to you and your family. Same to you. Although I don't celebrate Hallmark holidays, I'll relay the message to the matriarchal birth-giving Adonis. Joker said the world is soft as fuck. You ain't wrong about that, but everything will correct itself because soon enough, what was that quote? Weak men make hard times make strong men make good times make weak men, or whatever the fuck the cycle goes into. Right now, we into good times create weak motherfuckers. So soon enough, it's going to have to, weak motherfuckers are going to make hard times going to make strong motherfuckers because there's no way this is going to continue. Soon enough, those who are the strong individual, they're going to say, yo, what? I really don't give a fuck about trying to appease to you no more. What you going to do about it? And the weak motherfucker, we will complain. Complain don't get you nowhere. Yeah, they Nexus jumped that dude. Jeff Hardy dying on AEW. Damn, he getting his ass whipped. God damn. They should put homie through a tape. Why they beating Jeff Hardy right now? Hold on, wait a minute. They whipping Jeff Hardy ass? I don't know why Jeff keep wearing these shirts. Hey, you saw that? Y'all saw on Twitter, Jeff Hardy was trending because some harlot thought it was a good idea. She thought she was ordering a dress. Turned out the dress was a doggone Jeff Hardy sleeve. She got finessed. She thought she was getting a dress. She got finessed. I said, oh, you dumb motherfucker, you. Jeff Hardy had the same shirt for 24 years. No. The same pair of shirts. I don't think, I honestly feel like those shirts wasn't even loose fitted. They were just, relatively stretchy. So he just grew into the doggone shirt. Take a look at this nincompoop of a lady right here. Take a look at this nincompoop of a lady, right? So she said, okay, I'm going to go on whatever website is here and buy this sphere embellished, cut out knitted dress. You know what came in the mail? What I ordered versus what I got. Look at this lady. Look at this lady. She done went, got a manicure thinking that she was going to be starting on hoes in a new dress. Instead, she got herself a sleeve. You dumb motherfucker, you. You stupid motherfucker, you. You thought you was going with a dress, you done left with a doggone sleeve. You stupid fucker, you. Where's Tommy Sotomayor when you need him? You stupid fucker, you. You motherfucker, you. Big dummy. Oh, I know Shorty was sick. Did I hear about the body that Drake called? Yes, indeed I did. But at the same time, I mean, Shorty may be looking slightly for the attention, but it's something that they'll probably laugh about and move on. Now, if he mess around and sleep with Shorty, then by all means, then you can say it's an official body that's caught. But simply following somebody, that shit don't mean nothing. That shit don't mean nothing. Oh, she reposted him on the story. That shit don't mean nothing. In social media realms of what's considered a W and an L, I guess you can consider that. But if unless he make a move on Shorty or Shorty make a move on him and then he make that shit public, I ain't casting no L's or W's. Mans was looking for a response. He got a response. His wife got a follow out of it. Son will probably mess around and unfollow or mute her post regardless. So at the end of the day, it ain't nothing but attention. It's nothing really big to scoff at. Mahmoud put 2 on, said, talk about blowing leads. Look up Man City and Real Madrid. She paid $300 for that shit. You ain't wrong about that. Shorty paid $300 for a fucking sleeve. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I would immediately try to get my refund. Gray said Drake's super corny. His fans are weird. I mean, I would say he is somewhat corny, but I'm not big into space to say so. But I can definitely say, I wouldn't even say just his fans are weird. I think just super fans, in a sense, are a bit weird. Like, there's some people who literally they whole day consist of, whatever somebody else is doing. Like, I understand a fandom. If you got your own life and you can separate that from your fandom, all right. But they got some people where their whole life is their fandom, and I'm like, all right, see, now you got no actual personality. You doing too much. Now, if you're getting paid for it, you running a fan page or you running a blog and you getting paid for it, then by all means, do you. But if you being a super fan for free, hey, I think so. And when I say super fan, I'm not talking about just supporting somebody. I'm talking about your entire personality is this person. Your entire day consists of making sure you have all information on this person, and you literally have no life outside of that person. That's what I look at when you think super, super, super obsessed fan. Let's not get that twisted. Gerald put 2 on and said, did she buy that from Wish? I think she did, and I'm pretty sure she better call up Ray J, because if she had one wish, she wouldn't fucking buy that shit. 12-point lead here. Tyler Hero trying to scoop it and get it in there. Can't get it to go. Oladipo. Wide open 3. Gets it to fall. 13-point lead. What's wrong with my math? 51 points midway through the second quarter. Good Lord, what's wrong with me? Am I gonna do a Dave Chappelle reaction video? Maybe tomorrow. I was thinking about doing one today, but that was a little bit different. What was Cody Rhodes' best? Oh, Kingdom by far, because the song got meaning. John said that clip where the one guy getting jumped in the back in the playground would work well for the dude who attacked Dave. You ain't wrong about that. We ain't wrong about that. Because Dave, after he got attacked, which is a great name, might I add, but after Son got attacked and Mans tried to run behind the curtain in the back, that was a bad idea because all he ran into was
Fight back, nigga.
hey.
Fight back, nigga.
Oh, somebody hit him with a chair too. That'd have been me right there. On his ass with a chair, and somebody choke slammed him through a table.
Let this go up for a ride.
Stupid bitch. What you thought this was? Yeah, Josh said he said he gonna kill this man. I did see that. Brandon in the building, what's going on? His arm looked like a Nicki Minaj pose. You ain't wrong about that. He was in there looking like he been voguing. Moving forward for the rest of his life, that shoulder loose. He gonna be doing what they be doing, the whole on the floor and shit. That's gonna be him for the rest of his life. King James said ain't no good videos of the Chappelle hit, all pixelated and shit. They only have a tackle or a slight, charge. First and foremost, I'm shocked that anybody was able to get cell phone footage outside of just the crew. Because at Chappelle shows, if you ever went to a Chappelle show and now standard practice at the biggest, the bigger comedian shows, they lock your phone up. So they put it in a pouch to where you can't utilize, unless, of course, you just go in and you be like, yeah, here's my, if you have an iPod or you have a second phone or you have something else that you lock up, or maybe you walk past the people who locking up phones, because every time I go to the Patrice O'Neal benefit, there's several different moments I have to just walk right in. But why do I need my phone? I actually enjoy stuff in the moment. I don't need to record everything. I'll record for 2 seconds and I'm done for the rest of the shit. And that's sporadically, rarely in which that happens. But nobody should have even had their phones out. Yeah, people be sneaking in phone. Like, legit, if they open the pouch, they don't say, hey, give me your phone. Like, they're not going to interrogate you and be like, yo, you have a phone. I didn't see your phone. Like, they'll say, hey, you have a phone? You be like, yeah, you put your phone in there. You say no, and you somebody who is relatively youthful, you have a phone, you just lying to not lock up your shit. But if you get caught on your phone, you get tossed. So the people who was recording at that moment, they were very, very, very lucky because all the attention was on the stage. Because a video like that should have never leaked regardless. It should have been just a conversation that you would have either heard from Chris, because Chris was there, heard from Dave, heard from Buster, heard from Jamie, or you heard from staffers, not Stafford, but from staffers and things of that nature. But it hit social media. Mask on or off said, unless you smuggle the phone in your ass like prison. Nah, you ain't got to go that far. But because the only reason why I think the people who end up sneaking their phones in or not being truthful, where they going to fuck it up for everybody is, they going to start putting metal detectors at these fucking events, and now it's going to take forever to get inside. And what's going to happen is you take all your shit out. Then when you go through the metal detector, they pouch your phone for you and then hand it to you. It's only a matter of time. People fuck it up for everybody. That's just, that's what's probably going to end up happening, because people going to fuck it up for, why they got metal detectors at the, because y'all dumbasses wanted to keep sneaking in your phones. Way to fuck it up for everybody, stupid. Cook that ass said, would I rather jack off in front of nuns or shit in front of my dad? What? First off, that's public indecency for beating off in front of nuns. As for shitting in front of your dad, listen, you pooped inside of a doggone diaper. That's shitting in front of your father. So as far as I'm concerned, I'll take the second option. I don't know where that question came from. That's a hell of a pivot. And we ain't talking about Channing Crowder, Ryan Clark, or Fred Taylor. Fun fact, I watched the episode with Dana White today. You talk about something to invigorate the entrepreneurial spirit. Hell of a doggone episode. And shout out to the pivot. They doing their thing. I am athlete. I feel bad for them, dog. Brandon done fucked up the whole doggone brand. He's doing too much. But that's a conversation for a different day. Oladipo with the jumper. It's a brick. Yeah, I said, how the fuck you get a gun in, though? Well, I wouldn't be surprised. You're able to. At these shows, they don't do no metal detector shit. You go into a comedy show. Who would think to bring a damn weapon? And you know what's funny about the Oscars? Like, a lot of people, I did see some comments where people like, oh, well, Chris ain't have that energy when he got hit by Will. You got to understand, he kept it professional. Security detail didn't go and grab up Will Smith. Will Smith was able to walk the fuck back to his chair. This individual who decided to run up on Dave, what happened? He got caught up by security. Dave being Dave said, well, I'm going over there. I guarantee you, if it was a regular type of show, put Chris in the same environment that Dave was in, have that same situation happen, best believe Chris going back there. He gonna whip some ass? Maybe not. He gonna stomp somebody out? Maybe not. But he damn sure ain't gonna just stand there and then just keep the shit trucking and not address what just happened. You gotta consider this two different situations. I hate the fact how people can't take context into into consideration. Doc Rivers for a bag of chips. Let's not go that far now. Hey, did Doc get the nod for the top 15 coaches all time? Hold on, because I know Spoelstra did. No, Spoelstra is the only active one along with Popovich, right? Top 15 coaches all time. I think the only one who was, they took somebody off the list. No, Doc did get the call. Oh, damn, Doc. Damn, Doc did get the nod. Damn, Doc. Oh, that's a shame. Hey, they finna kick Doc off the list, man. They fixing to kick Doc off the list. God, wait, Steve Kerr on there too? Shit, I forgot. They took somebody off the list. Was it fucking A, he was a coach in the 80s. What the hell was this? No, it wasn't Lenny Merkel. They took somebody off the list. He like top 6 in most wins. What the hell? They took somebody. No, he's top 10. Let's see. Most coaching wins. Because he was on the original top 10 list, and then they added 5. Who got taken off the list? Sloan is on the list. Who got taken? Somebody got taken off the list. No, not Rick Carlisle. Not Rick Carlisle. It was oh no, everybody in the top 10 is there. They took somebody off the list. They didn't make the cut. I talked about it when it came out. How's the name slipping? See, this is why man, was it Bill Fitch? It might have been. No, because Adelman is on the list, I believe. No, Adelman's not on the list. Interesting. Okay, was it Adelman or was it Fitch? It might have been Rick Adelman. It might have been Rick Adelman. Was it Fitch? It was either Fitch or Adelman. It was one of the two. Eight-point lead here for Miami. Or was it Fitch? I feel like it was Fitch. It was Fitch. That's who it was. It was Fitch. It was Fitch. Because he was on the top 10 list, and then all of a sudden, Son ain't make it to the top 15. It was Fitch. There we go. 7 Denim, put 5 on it, said, I will have to shake a little something for the nuns, although I would establish the premise of the dominance with my dad. Will have him thinking, will have him, hard to beat. Well, fair enough. I mean, taking a shit in front of my father, I'll do that shit just for the laughs. I ain't going to, beat off in front of no doggone numbs. MDJ put 2 on it, said, would I marry Nikki Bella or Carmella? I'd take Carmella, dumbass, because I ain't marrying no Bella. Although if you had to choose for quarter appointments, then I would probably take Nikki, dumbass, because she is rather super sexual. Mahmoud said, would I have Allen Iverson in his prime or Russ in 26? Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson. Russ, don't get me wrong. Russ in 2016, spectacular, but Allen Iverson was so goddamn electric, it was ridiculous. Unguardable in his prime. He was unguardable. And he could pass the ball when he needed to. Russ, the only problem with Russ is, and there's no issue, because a lot of people, they convolute the triple-doubles, because when he scores triple-doubles, he actually wins more games than when he doesn't. However, the only thing is with Russ, I don't like the shot selections. Allen Iverson takes a better shot selection, despite the fact he is as well, a volume shooter as well. But I don't like Russ's shot selection, so I'd have to take Iverson. Token said Carmelo looks like she got a plastic drop. I mean, you ain't wrong about that. Sage to Waves put 2 on. Said I'll trade Doc for Popeye's biscuit. No Bev. Hey, you better stop it. Speaking of Bev, why Patrick Beverly talking about John Moran ain't dropped 47 on him in the series? What are you talking for? You at home. Don't ever open you at home. What is wrong with you? I understand being a menace, but you at home. Hey, that should have been an offensive foul. Let me tell you one thing I hate in basketball, whether I played in tournaments, whether I played in pickup. Motherfuckers who cross your face with the basketball, like it's one thing if you go over. That's one thing. If you dribble and you go across my face, we going to have some problem. They ain't going to be no furniture moving because ain't no furniture out there when you playing basketball game. But I promise you, sneakers fixing to be sneaking a bit more than they usually do. You ain't fixing to go across my doggone face with the bat. I hate that move so much because people be hitting the nose and then they be upset when somebody gets apprehensive with them every time. I hate that shit so much. If you got a little bit of distance, then you can do it. If you right in front of me and you about to rip in front of me with the ball, we about to have some problems, dog. We about to have some problems. I ain't the dude to initiate the fisticuffs, but I'm gonna have a conversation with you. Hey, we playing like that? I just need to know what the damn parameters of this game fixing to be. You let me know right now, and I'll understand, because I'll get you with a hard foul the next time, and we can do what you want to do. Like 50 Cent. I don't want no problem, but if you want a problem, I'll say no problem. MDJ put 2 on it. Said, who would I marry between Naomi Banks or Nikita Lyon? Oh, give me Naomi. Best WWE finisher of all time, Sweet Chin Music. I don't think anybody had a better delivery, but to be honest with you, it should be F5. I think F5 is the coolest finisher. When you really take into the aesthetic and everything, because Brock could literally hit it on anybody. But I'd go F5. I'd go F5. But Sweet Chin Music, F5. The Eclipse from Ember Moon is pretty doggone cool too. But I'd go F5 and then Sweet Chin Music. Kerr is gifted one of the greatest teams of all time. Well, yes and no, because he inherited one of the best plays of all time with Mark Jackson's Twin Towers. He inherited one of the best plays of all time. But he also played a huge role in Golden State's, maturation in that team. It's not like homie just sat on his hands and then Golden State went to work and he ain't have to do nothing. Luke Walton did a hell of a job, might I add, as well. He needs as much credit as well. But I will say Kerr created an environment for the players to excel, and his ability to utilize the right rotations in that 2015 and then the back end of the 2016 season and moving forward was very impeccable. But I wouldn't have had him on that top 15 coaches all time list. I feel like it's way too premature. Ain't no way in hell you gonna make it on the greatest of all time list in 7 years. That's ludicrous. Yeah, Luke Walton. Luke Walton was in Golden State, and he coached the first half of the 2016 season for the Warriors. The problem was, I need to know if he got assistant coach of the year for that year, because coach of the year went to Kerr that year, and it really shouldn't have been Kerr. It should have been, Walton should have got it, because Kerr, if I'm not mistaken, it was that year was back surgery. So let's see here. Did he get assistant coach of the year? No, he didn't. I don't even know if the NBA has that. I know the NFL has that. NBA don't got that. Let me see. 2016 NBA assistant Coach of the Year. Do they have one? I don't think they do. Yeah, Kerr got it. He only coached 39 of the 82 games. 42 of the games was coached by Luke Walton. I remember that off the top of my head. Yeah, 619 was pretty cool too. 60-49, last possession of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. Great offensive explosion here for Miami. 11-point lead going into the half. Luke Walton deserves as much credit for coaching the Warriors as I do a medal for the shit I took in the morning. No, there's difference because it's the sets. Like, although in basketball you have a better. Oh wow, they called foul. Get the fuck out of here. What? They called foul? What? What, did he land in it? Did Oladipo leave his feet, land in his landing space or something? Oh, wow, he stepped forward. Wow, that's crazy. It's a bailout. That's a bailout call. Come on, man. You can't take a doggone foul call. Oh, boy, you got to be better than that. RKO is in that top 3 as well. F5, sweet chin, RKO. Steve Kerr, overrated. I would actually, because given the definition of overrated, you put him in the top 15 coaches all time, I'd say overrated as well. I wouldn't put him in that top 15. I'd have him at like number 21. I was shocked when people was like, Eric Spoelstra. I'm like, yeah, y'all bugging. Y'all got to realize this man's coaching acumen. And then take a look at 2 years ago and then take a look at this year. Kerr hit the money shot. No. We're talking about just coaching. We're just coaching. As a player, I feel like Kerr is actually severely underrated because people make it seem like this man just showed up on teams that won and he didn't play a role in each of the championship teams that he was on. All 5 of them, the 3-peat with the Bulls, or I should say the 4-peat. He won 3 in a row with the Bulls, then won in 99 with the Spurs in the short season, and then again in 2003. But it's time to give out some points here for the first half. We did say who is going to score more points in the second quarter. The answer was Miami by 1. It really should have been Miami by 4. But the answer was Miami by 1. Man, he said Eric in there just for the bubble alone. Well, not necessarily. I almost bit the fuck out my tongue. Not necessarily. You also got to consider those years with LeBron, although people won't give him credit for it, he played a role in setting up those sets and everything. Miami has always been a good defensive team, and Spoelstra plays a huge role in that. And then take a look at his years afterwards. He had very good teams. Competitive. MDJ, put 2 on it. Can I see LeBron being a head coach when he retire? No, LeBron wants to be an owner. He's not going to be no head coach. LeBron fixing to own a team. He ain't about to become no coach. I don't see that happening. Yeah, Kerr got 8 rings in total. 3 as a coach, coaching Golden State. 5 as a member of the Spurs and Chicago Bulls. And he retired the all-time leader in three-point percentage. In fact, I think he might still have it. All-time three-point percentage. I think he still might have it. He retired the all-time three-point percentage. Let's see here. Is Kerr still at the top of the list? Shit, he is. He's still at the top of the list. Hubert Davis is second. The fuck out of here. Really? Wow. That's funny. Hubert Davis is second? Wow. I did not know that. I learned something new. I thought Drazen was second. I guess not. He 5th now. Seth and Joe Harris jumped up there. Okay. The more you know. I did not know that. Hubert is number 2. Shout out to Hubert. Shout out to Hubert. I thought Drazen was number 2. I did not know Hubert. Shit. Hubert was kind of trash, at least not from 3. He was never really one of those special players, but he give you a couple threes when you need them. Big Cass in AEW. Is he? Oh, yeah, that is him. That Cage? When was the last time Cage was on television? Steph No Curry said, you got outplayed in the clutch by a motherfucker named Hubert. Hubert. Gave LeBron a Billy not to run away. They suppressed notifications from you. Damn, Valorian, you done missed it. Why doesn't LeBron make his own league instead of participating in the white man's leagues? Well, for one, the amount of money that's necessary to generate that kind of money to pay people. Because look at it like this. And I said this before. I believe I said this in my video in response to Steven Jackson 2 years ago during the pandemic. You want to make your own league, people got to be willing to take a financial L for a number of years. Because you got to understand, the NBA, as it pertains to basketball in America, dominates all of the licensing, right? Now, granted, LeBron, because of his name, you can mess around and attach, a network, or maybe you stream whatever's going on. But if you about to pay the players, look at it like this. The NBA got everybody in the NBA outside of, individuals who are on rookie contracts that are, second round picks or end of the bench situation. Damn near everybody is touching a mill. Now, after taxes, of course, that's a different conversation. But damn near everybody touching a mill. LeBron started a league. Let's not look at net worth. You got to consider the liquid amount of money that's going to be going into the pay. Because you got to pay these motherfuckers. It's not like, hey, I pay you I pay you in non-liquid money. You got to actually get that physical check. So unless these motherfuckers are willing to take an L for 5 to 10 years financially, ain't nobody leaving the NBA. Ain't nobody leaving the NBA. It's a business. People overlook that shit. You just be like, yo, man, this guy got $100 million. They can start a league. Okay, so how much you paying people? Let's just say they created a new league today, right? Is LeBron paying himself? If so, how much? Let's say you get Curry, you get Durant, you get KD, you get Kyrie, you get Embiid, you get Jokic. You take everybody over. Like, this is what people overlook. You take everybody over to this new league. How much you paying everybody? Because at the end of the day, it's not like we just playing basketball for kicks. Motherfuckers, this is their job. This is how they feed their family. It sound good on paper. You willing to take an L? I'll be willing to put an investor. Well, if you about to invest, everybody got to put their best foot forward. $50,000 ain't doing shit for that league. That's just enough for the doggone camera work for one game. ZB said paying everybody $2.5 million. Okay. Let's just put that into context. Are you going to keep the same amount of players on a team at 15? Or are we going to reduce the squad? Let's say you got an 8-man rotation on every single team. All right, cool. Now you got to consider the staff, because head coaches aren't the only coach. You got defensive assistants. You got offensive assistants. You got players. You got position assistants. People got to get paid. It's a whole lot. Mask going off said if the WNBA can do it. The WNBA ain't got no money. The NBA funnels the money to the WNBA. If the WNBA was a standalone organization, they bankrupt tomorrow. Shit, tonight. John said, is Terry McLaurin a top 8 to 10 receiver with a consistent QB? He already is a top 10 receiver right now without a consistent QB. Terry McLaurin is what DeAndre Hopkins was. Wow, what the fuck? Where the hell Shaq come from? That's hilarious. And arena costs as well. Not only just, don't even count streaming. You got to take into account arena costs. Like the big three, the amount of money that got to go into that shit. But then consider how much the players getting paid. It's not like motherfuckers is touching millions. They not. But they old, retired. Get somebody in their prime and try to drive them away from the NBA. All right. MDJ put 2 on and said, which current NBA player would be a great head coach? Chris Paul. I believe Chris Paul. But the only problem is when you're a good player, it's very tough for that to translate into being a good coach, because the things you see, you have to understand, especially if you're a Hall of Fame player. You look at the sport through a different lens. Take into account how many people have played the sport in any particular sport. How many people have played the sport? How many Hall of Famers have there been? It's a percent, literally between 1 to 3%, and 2 and 3 is really overshooting it. So when you're a great player, to now become a great coach, you almost got to dumb yourself down, because you'll have a couple of players who understand what you're trying to sell, but not everybody going to buy in. Not a lot of people going to understand what's going on. It's tough. Draymond could be a good coach. I think Chris Paul has a great mind for the game. He's a leader of men, so that definitely can possibly help in as it pertains to translating. Draymond, I think, but the only problem is Draymond gonna mess around and still get teched up as a coach. Because we're talking about which great NBA or which current NBA player? So who else can I? Boy. Shit. I'm thinking analytical players that break shit. Understand sets. Rondo. No. Rondo's IQ is way too high. It wouldn't work. No. Rondo's IQ way too high. Kyle Lowry, maybe. And no disrespect to Kyle Lowry. He's a step below. He's a step below Rondo's IQ way too high. It wouldn't work out. Motherfuckers is not gonna see what he trying to say. It's not gonna work. But then again, at the same time, Kid is starting to see some success now. So JJ Redick's not current player no more. Andre Iguodala, maybe. It's Gemini. Put 5 on. Said my suggestion for future YouTube videos, the A7 FL game. I like a A7 flag. Is that Flag League? Interesting. Grayson Allen, Patrick Beverly. Yeah, all right. Bill has those 11 championships to hang his hat on. Hell, Phil Jackson was an average player, but he won 11 championships. I'm thinking in the realm of big men. It really varies, because then it could get really tough. CJ McCollum, possibly. Do I think the Giants will win more than 6 games this year? I'll see during the preseason, but I would say 6 is their ceiling. No, Adonis Haslam, no. Adonis Haslam is a player coach. He'd be a great assistant coach. Head coach, I don't know. Because UD ain't running no sets. Wilt Chamberlain was the one that got Dunk's banned, not Bill. Yes, indeed, it was Wilt Chamberlain, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Tim Duncan's retired, but I always believed that Tim would inherit the San Antonio Spurs and take over for Pop. So, but I mean, it's never too late. Wait, the knife that looked like a gun carried by the 23-year-old Isaiah Lee when transferred to the county. So this is what he snuck in? This is what homie snuck in and attacked Chappelle with? That's what he snuck in with. A knife that looked like a gun. This motherfucker had a pistol bayonet. Homie had a pistol bayonet. Oh, man. That's wild. He showed up with the Thule. MDJ put 2 on, said, what current NFL player would be a great head coach? No, not Tom Brady. Tom Brady, it wouldn't work out. Well, Drew Brees retired. I think Russell Wilson. A7 FL is tackle football. Forgot to mention that. Interesting. Okay. Maybe I'll look into that. No, Tom wouldn't be a good head coach. Tom would be a terrible head coach. Think about the standard that you have to live up to. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. It wouldn't work. Everybody ain't built like that. Like Jordan, for example. Like you take into account Michael Jordan, you make homie a head coach, ain't nobody going to be able to live up to the standard. Everybody ain't going to be able to sacrifice for what you need. It's bigger than just, it's bigger than just, one player and what they did in their career. Now that translates to them coaching. MDJ said Antonio Brown, Steelers head coach. Yeah, all right. Well, Peyton Manning retired. But Tom would be a QB coach possibly, yes. But then you got to consider just his name alone, Mans will leapfrog somebody for a head coaching position out of nowhere. Oh, we're going to have to speak, since we were talking about, let's get that Michael Jordan tequila going. I never really shook my tequila or all of my drinks consistently until somebody had mentioned it in the chat room. So here we are now. So we're going to take ourselves a little bit of a swig here. It's Michael Jordan's tequila, which personally it's one of the better tequilas that I've had. I would actually put this number 3 behind Casamigos, which is George Clooney, and Terramana, which is The Rock's. Yes. Cheers to you. Dude, that's good tequila, man. That's good tequila. Shaq at a head coach wouldn't really work. Cooper Kupp would be like Sean McVay. Cooper Kupp's very smart. Who's the worst player of all time? In which sport? Worst player of all time in football. You gotta go with it, because here's the problem, right? Because if we just look at just their professional careers, then you can kind of throw out like the Ryan Leafs. You can throw out the Jamarcus Russells that really severely underperform. But then you gotta consider there are guys who are in the league but literally had never played. They stayed for a couple of years and then they were gone. And then there were some players who did play and they stuck up the joint. Like, for example, Nate Peterman. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of things. So it really depends on what you would constitute as the worst of all time. Seven Denim said, sipping on that scissor. Oh, I don't know about all that. In the NBA, shit, you got a conversation for like an Anthony Bennett, things of that nature. But then he was apparently working his way back, and then he was in the score averaging, I think it was like 17 or 18 in the G League. JJ Bustega Whiteside. Oh boy. Fadeaway scored by discount J. Cole, or translation. His name is what?
Tobias.
His name is what?
Tobias.
Scored by who?
Tobias.
PJ Tucker. Wait a minute. How much points PJ Tucker got? How much points? PJ Tucker got 3 points. Of course he hit a 3. You already know what it is right now. Will P.J. Tucker hit at least 3 threes? Will P.J. Tucker hit at least 3 threes? Yes or no? I can't believe I didn't put up the doggone poll. Will P.J. Tucker hit at least 3 threes? Yes or no? Get another basket. Tobias. He would only need 2. Jimmy Butler with a basket. Well, let's not start throwing out names of people who've been in the league for years. Let's not do it. Brian Scalabrine, stop it. Top 5 tight ends ever. Gonzalez, Gronk, Gates, Sharp, and then I leave Winslow there. But Kelsey is right there. I don't put Witten in my top 5, but Kelsey is entering. He's on his way in. Sharp had a much longer consistently, because when I look at Witten, you got to take into account the best of like the decades, right? Look in the 80s, well 70s, I think that was 70s was Newsom, 60s was 60s 70s Mackey, Newsom, 80s was 80s was Winslow, 90s that's all Sharp, 2000s was mixed between Gonzalez and Gates. Witten was on the third team. He was the third one there, but he was never in that conversation for best. And then you have the 2010s, Gronk, and then you got Kelsey who took it. Kittle, although there's a little bit of a sprinkle that's there now, so I think the people who are, fighting for the crown, you got Kittle and you have Waller, and then Pitts is on his way up and things of that nature. Greg Olsen had a couple of good seasons in between, but it was Gronk's dominance during that time, and then it was him. It was Olsen and Kelsey that was fighting to try to get up to Gronk, and then when Gronk passed the mantle, it was given to Kelsey. So that's my no, Jeremy Shockey, get him the fuck out of here. Come on now. We talking about the greatest of all time. Let's not just start throwing out a bunch of people's names in here. Jimmy Butler with 12 points. Who's more athletic, Ja Morant or D Rose? Gee, who's more athletic? Shit. Who's more athletic? Ja Morant or D Rose? I think I'd go Ja Morant. Ja Morant jumps higher. Ja Morant does jump a bit higher. D Rose was crazy explosive, but Ja Morant is just as explosive. Tobias. Yeah, I think I would go Ja. Man, D Rose is one of them. D Rose might be the first MVP in NBA history that doesn't go to the Hall of Fame. And I think there's questionable, because of his college career. I think he had received some bread or some shit like that. So his college career is kind of up in arms and shit. So D Rose might mess around and miss out on the Hall of Fame, becoming the first MVP to not go to the Hall of Fame. Because every other MVP is going to be going to the Hall of Fame. Let's see, Shaq's already in there. AI's already in there. Timmy's already in there. KG's in there. KG's in there. Dirk, Nash is in there this year. Dirk is waiting, so Dirk's going to be a Hall of Famer. That's no question. Kobe's in there. LeBron's going to be an MVP surefire. Then you have Rose. LeBron. KD's a Hall of Famer. Steph Curry's a Hall of Famer. Russell Westbrook's a Hall of Famer. James Harden's a Hall of Famer. Giannis is going to end up. Giannis is a Hall of Famer. Jokic is on his way. And then ultimately this year, we'll see. But Jokic, it's still too early because he's on his way. Giannis, I think he's unfortunately, for basketball, it's a little bit easier. So Giannis has cemented himself, and he's on the top 75 team. There's no question. But Jokic is well on his way. All he need is like 4 more seasons like this. He's good. Shit, NBA standards, he really only need 3 more. But Rose, it's, you know, and then we'll see who gets there for this year. But Rose might mess around and be the one who ends up missing out. James Harden's a Hall of Flopper. Hell, I mean, shit, you could call him that, but he's still going to be a Hall of Famer. He's still going to be a Hall of Famer. MDJ put 2 on, said, I see KD being a position coach. Well, I don't even see KD staying in the realm of basketball when he retires. I think KD's going to do his boardroom thing. He's going to be a silent investor elsewhere. I don't see him coaching basketball. He going to get out of there. I think when KD done, he done. When KD done, he done. How'd the Sixers give up so much for Harden only for Tobias to be the guy to go without Embiid? Because I don't know what's going on with Philly, but it don't make sense. Don't get me wrong. Tobias Harris, great player, should not have the most shot attempts. James Harden shouldn't be doing the whole dribble, as Charles Barkley would say. But most shot attempts should be Harden by far. Right now, it's only a differential of 3. Harden has 11, Maxey has 11, and then Harris got 14. But by far, Harden should have already been at like 16 shots. For Miami, it's a damn. So everybody in Miami has at least taken 2 shots. And it's funny that they don't even put Duncan in the rotation because Duncan's a defensive liability. Shit, P.J. Tucker got 3 fouls. Wow, Butler only got 1. Adebayo has no fouls. Oh, that's bad for Philly. Harris got 2. Harden got 2. Jordan got 2. Oh, man. Hey, if I'm Jimmy Butler and Adebayo, I would attack inside left and right. Foul trouble would be on the horizon. But so far, Miami shooting 53% from the field, 47% from 3. Philly is shooting 47% from the field, but 23% from 3. Oh boy, Miami's shooting the clip at damn near 50%. The next 3-pointer, they make it. They shooting 50% from 3. That spells disaster for Philly. They're not really doing a very good job at slowing them down. They're getting out-assisted. They're getting out-rebounded at the moment. Who has more turnovers? Miami got more turnovers. But oh my. What are they doing? Jamal said, you smell it coming? It's going to be the purge coming up. Sleepy Squirtle said, watch Tucker foul out before he hits 2 threes. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, oh, no, that's Danny Green with a brick. Rebound by Bam. Hey, they better go attack. Bam going coast to coast here. Bam should go coast to coast here. Whoa, Strus just throwing up wild shot. What are you doing, son? Take your time. Which current NFL player would be an OC? Russell Wilson. I think Tom Brady could be a pretty good offensive coordinator. There's a running back who I'd put in that position too. CMC. Cooper Kupp, but I'd put Cooper Kupp at the top of the list for offensive coordinator. Arlen put 2 on. What player would I make the new NBA logo? Jordan. Actually, no. Posthumously, is that how it's pronounced? I've actually never said the word. This is the first time I've ever said it, so if I apologize, I fucked up the pronunciation. Posthumously, I'd put Kobe. Bam, get himself a basket. I'd put Kobe. Now, don't get me wrong. Jordan will, I don't want to say forever, be the face of basketball, because in about 25 years, we going to be the old heads who remember Jordan. Everybody who had a chance to really watch him play, they're not going to be from like the 80s. They're going to, a vast majority going to be dead and gone. So I'd say Kobe, but remember what I said. Remember what I said last month or I think it was during February. In about 20 years, watch how they talk about Kobe. Kobe not going to be in the top 10 no more. They're going to start talking about how he's the all-time leader in missed field goals. I promise you right now, watch how they talk about Kobe. You're going to become the old head who looks back like they saying what? I promise you. It happens. Like, I had to take a second to stop, be like, yo, you know what? Every generation's the same. You're going to defend the people who you grew up watching, but watch how they talk about them. Moreover, consider the way they're going to talk about this generation of basketball, because the game's going to continue to advance. So the same way people like to make it seem as if, hey, you could take any players from now and drop them in the past and they'd be way better. Watch, there's a kid who's in diapers right now, can't even speak English, can't speak any language at that. They're going to end up becoming the greatest of all time, and you're going to sit there like, yo, there's no way he's nowhere near Jordan. That dude's nowhere near LeBron. He ain't no Kobe. He not Larry Bird or Magic, but watch. Man, all those guys, they played against plumbers and social media influencers. Watch, that's going to be the new thing. They called the stuff back then plumbers and shit. They're going to call people now influencers. I promise you. I promise you. They were playing against TikTokers and Instagrammers. Remember those apps? Now we have Tinder in real life. I promise you. Y'all ain't going to remember this conversation in 24 years, but in 27, something's going to remind you, like, yo, I could have swore I heard that before. Oh, P.J. Tucker almost knocked in a 3. Did not happen in his favor. MDJ put 2 on and said, which current NFL player would be a good defensive coordinator? Bob, no. Darius Leonard. Oh, way to get a layup inside. No, Aaron Donald, no. Jalen Ramsey, no. Bobby Wagner. Because I'll think linebackers. I always go linebacker. No. Aaron Donald's way too dominant. You can't just go best player to make it happen, because Aaron Donald's just a freak, man. Aaron Donald's just a freak, man. Luke Kuechly retired. I was going to go Luke Kuechly, but Luke Kuechly retired. $13-point lead, 5:20 left to go here. Yeah, middle linebacker to safety. I'm thinking about what safety is like Ed Reed, Brian Dawkins. Vincent gets him a jumper here. Hey, Stephon Gilmore. What team did he went to again? I forget. To Carolina? You re-signed with Carolina? I feel like he went somewhere. He might have left Carolina. $15-point lead here for Miami. Whoa! Offensive foul. Offensive foul. Good call. Good call. Man, try to jump into it. Don't do that. This ain't the league before. This ain't the league before. Yo, the lack of foul trouble is really gonna hurt Philly. The lack of foul trouble for I almost said Pittsburgh. The lack of foul trouble for Miami is really gonna hurt Philly. Like hell, even Dedmon being out of the game last game really aided in Philly's runs. Because Dedmon, being in foul trouble, forced Adebayo to damn near have no legs. And then Adebayo was dealing with some fouls and shit. But now, with the stars from Miami not really having to worry about too much, they've picked up some more fouls. Like, Bam picked up a couple more fouls. But still, with 4 minutes remaining, he still got 4 more fouls until he completely gone. They in a good spot. And a big issue for Philly right now is their defensive rotation simply not there. For every basket they get, Miami gets one. They got to score here. They got to score. You got to get that basket. You're still trailing by 13. Miami put in a 3 here. You still got things to converse about. They call timeout. Well, looks like a 13-point lead, and Spoelstra wants a timeout. It's a 13-point deficit, but Philly can't seem to build any momentum right now. Mr. Minor, what's going on? Oh, I think I'm getting unblocked on TikTok tomorrow. I was able to get the TikTok back, but I was still in, view mode. It's 81-68. MDJ said Kyle Van Noy. Gilmore and the Colts, that's what it was. Do I think Connor can make a comeback? It's going to be tough, man. Puello said, I said that no calls would be why they lose in my YouTube video. Well, there it is. Great minds think alike. Yeah, I said Hayward could be a good coach. I think so, perhaps. Hashtag True said, for my fellow old school NBA fans, y'all remember the 96 Supersonics? Very good team. Seven Denham said, I'm glad to see us playing turnover scarce game. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say scarce, just not as bad. Just not as bad as last game. Because remember, the third quarter, or was it the second? It was the second quarter. There was, 9 turnovers from Miami? So in this game, I believe Miami has 6 turnovers right now, which for all intents and purposes, it's not too bad. When was Miami's last turnover? Let me see here. I think it might have been the second quarter. Let's see here. When was Miami's last turnover? I think it was in the second quarter. Miami hasn't had a single turnover this quarter. They haven't had a turnover this quarter. Yeah, right before halftime. That was their last turnover. Might I add, that was their only turnover in the second. So they're playing, for the most part, outside of that first quarter, playing very clean basketball. Keenan said, you got $500 on Tyler Hero under 18.5. Pray for you. Well, where's Hero sitting at right now? I know Hero's in double digits. You put $500. You better hope it's a blowout. And Tyler Hero's not responsible for continuing the blowout. Tyler Hero's sitting at 16 points. Oh, my heavens. Fam. Hey, take the L out of love. You just lost $500, brother. I can't even. Man, he gonna hit his next basket about to be a 3 just to fuck with you. Dylan said you don't watch sports, you watch me. I appreciate that. So the Heat going to the final. You're goddamn right they are. Do I have a favorite cereal? Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Sean Taylor was a great. If he did not pass away, he could have been a Hall of Famer. Absolutely. Absolutely. He was well on his way, but the only problem is you only have a season and a half of greatness. The same argument that can be made for Sean Taylor should also be made for Bob Sanders. The only difference is Bob Sanders didn't die. Injuries killed his goddamn career. But then if we always talk about what could have been, the same conversation we talk about people who died, we should keep the same energy for people who got injured as well. I think that would actually, oh, wow, that's a terrible turnover there. We were just talking about turnover-free basketball. These motherfuckers done turned over the goddamn ball for what? What the hell was that, bro? Deadman not even paying attention. You tried to underhand pass the basketball. That was really stupid. That was really stupid. High Life said, love from New Zealand. Hey, New Zealand, go Celtics. Go Celtics to the conference finals. Take that L to the Miami Heat. But we ain't talking about that right now. Maxi's free throw is good. They cut the deficit down to 10. I don't know what Deadman was doing right there. That was really stupid. Felipe. Oh, there's more Brazilians in here. How do I feel about George Pickens? Looks good. I'd like to see what it looked like on the field. Jimmy Butler better go to the cup. Go to the cup. Go to the cup. Get a basket. And one! Oh, no, they're going. Oh, yeah, they call and one. All they should do is go attack inside. They can't defend him inside. All put 5 on and said, what wrestler would I bring in, what wrestler would I bring to today in their prime? Your pick is the GOAT HBK. Actually, yes. I would. HBK's the only one who would really be able to work in this generation. A lot of the greatest from the past, it wouldn't work. I promise you, they'd hate Austin. They would hate Austin. They'd grow tired of The Rock, and The Rock wouldn't be able to make the same sort of jokes. But HBK would be HBK. The only thing is he just can't be the heel that he was in the late 90s. Because they're going to care about your personal life, and they're going to put that shit out, and then it'll be a clip for him. Well, bring back HBK in his second run. Every match going to be 5-star. If you haven't hit the like on the stream, please go ahead and do so. Under 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth. Good pass inside. Deadman and one. Oh, you got to finish that, Deadman. You could bring back HBK. You could bring back Bret Hart. But the only problem is, you bring back Bret, I don't think this generation of fans would have enjoyed Bret. Don't get me wrong. You take into account the best technicians, right, in the ring right now. They all have that reputation from before. Let a technician try to get over and come up now in this gen. It's tough. It's going to be real tough. Think about the best technicians in the ring of this generation who started in this generation a lot. And when I talk about this generation, I'm talking about the last 6-some years. Think about the best technicians. Are they at the top of their companies? I don't think so. Everybody else who's magnificent in the ring that can go, technicians who could have hung with anybody, they all had that reputation from years. They're all fucking seasoned vets in the game. So it's different. Javon, back in the building. What's going on, brother? Put 20 on. It said, been a while, Chief. Hope all is well. Glad to see you. Your Heat is in the still in the playoffs. My Bulls were knocked out in the first round, unfortunately. At the end of the day, I'm very proud of the Bulls for making the playoffs after 6 years. They could have definitely went far. All put 2 on said, Bret Hart overrated, runs away. It depends on what you consider when you're looking for a wrestler. Like, because Bret's mic skills weren't the best. However, it was enough to get by, and he did a good job for the most part. But I always look at it when you talk about technicians. I usually because of my fandom, I put Benoit as number 1 and Bret number 2 and Kurt number 3. But Bret Hart is almost universally the best technical wrestler of all time. 2:10 left on the clock here. Rick Rude would not work in this generation. He'd go down for sexual assault. He'd be on some and I actually had to look this up because I was wondering where the fuck he at. The villain, Marty Scurll, he'd have been just like him. And Rick Rude wasn't even touching motherfucker. But just the fact that just the sheer, innuendo would be enough to get that man canceled. It'd been fucked up. Deadman bricks on the second one, but he gets one to go. The creator said, any approval on the sus siren? Oh, I was able to get it. The sus siren that was provided on nobody said nothing sus yet. At least I didn't notice anything sus. Arlen put 2 on said, I think Kurt Angle could work today as well. Yes, but Kurt Angle in Jesus Christ, an airball. Kurt Angle in 99 and 2000 is pretty much Chad Gable. Kurt Angle in 2003 forward, that Kurt Angle can work in any promotion. Kurt Angle 2002, well, 99 to 2002, it's a hit and miss. It's a hit and miss. Because people be like, he's boring. He's trying too hard. We don't like his character. Yeah, Val Venus would have definitely been canceled. Vince would lose his company because of Val Venus. Oh, Maxie with a huge dunk inside. Hello. Get up, young man. Let me tell you something. Philly fixing to be a force with Maxie moving forward, dog. That man has really developed well. That man has really developed well. Hell of a doggone talent. MDJ put 2 on it. Said, which should you get, the Xbox Series X or the PlayStation 5? Let the audience let you know. Hey, which console should he get? Jeffrey put 2 on it. Said, what's my opinion on Hollywood being traded to Arizona? It's good for Arizona, and Hollywood wanted out as well, so I guess it's a W for both. Whoa, wait a minute. Somebody said they would lick their own nuts. Oh, well, it's time to debut.
Pull over. Pull over.
What's going on? What are you talking about? Huh? What are you talking about? Shout out to the individual on Twitter who let me know. Come on, dog. What you talking about? Get that out of here. Suspect ass. Both teams in the bonus right now. That's saying PS5, Xbox X. RJ Barnett said, why would the people today hate Stone Cold and The Rock? Because people are fickle. They don't remain a fan and cheer for somebody for too long. Like, for example, Austin was white hot through, he was white hot through 97, 98, 99, right? Came back in late 2000, white hot. Stayed relatively hot through 2001. The people didn't really want to boo him that much, but it began to get a little stale tail end of 2001 going into 2002, right? Here's where things would have went awry. For one, you take Austin. Austin needed McMahon just like McMahon needed Austin, right? Now you put them in a situation like Austin McMahon's story now with kayfabe no longer existing. Everything on the internet being put on Front Street, the dirt sheets revealing literally everything under the sun, and moreover, the fact that in this generation with the bosses and everything and all this, it wouldn't be believable. So Austin would not be able to get over. And moreover, look at the way he spoke in 97 to build that, it wouldn't have worked. Way too much people would have been trying to cancel and all this other stuff. So his fan base, he wouldn't be able to represent the working man. On top of that, with social media and all this other stuff, the cubicle jobs, that shit dead. The people who stuck at a job and stuck in an office, that shit dead. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. And with The Rock, although he larger than life, got the good looks and everything. Jesus Christ, Miami, what are we doing? Oh, Danny Green almost had a doggone big basket. What's going on over here? Come on, man. That lead should have been 19 at least. But with The Rock, Eddie would have ended up getting called out for perpetuating a Mexican stereotype. The Latin X community, and I say that specifically. The people who use the Latin X community would have probably came after him. The Latinas, they probably would have had no issue. But the Latin X individuals, they'd have had a problem. But with The Rock, it got really fickle. I think when he was making those jokes and he was talking about Rudy Poo, people were like, yo, he mad corny. This guy's corny. His jokes aren't funny. Like, think about it. The same motherfuckers who was enjoying the joke 20 years ago or enjoying the stuff 20 years ago, you still enjoy it now. But all those people who all of a sudden their sense of humor done changed up, they would have turned on homie. Triple H would have never worked. I mean, he's a bruising power. And that golden shovel, that damn reign of terror would have started in 2000, and it would have been clipped for him. Zachary said nobody likes Charlotte. Not too hot on Ronda. Ronda can't speak. That's why nobody takes it seriously. Moreover, Ronda can't really work a match unless it's somebody who's at the top of the card. Because you Ronda Rousey, how am I supposed to take you seriously? You should only be booked like Brock Lesnar. Stop making Ronda talk. Let somebody speak for her. Charlotte got pushed to the moon, as she should. But unfortunately, people getting tired of it. It don't matter how good of a ring work, general you are. Even as good as a heel that she is, people tired of her seeing her with the championship. That's why Ric Flair wouldn't work. That's why people who were champion for a long time would not work. WCW Macho Man would hang in this time. Oh, I don't know. Mega Powers' initial breakup on Macho Man would have definitely worked in this generation. The only thing is that with his promos, because he stayed so true to the business, I think he could have definitely went, somewhere. Guerrero is, but the problem is you got to take into account how sensitive this fucking society is, how ridiculous it is. You could be black. They say you're perpetuating a black stereotype. They're going to try to cancel you. You Hispanic. You perpetuating a Hispanic stereotype. They're going to try to cancel you. It's just the name of the game. These motherfuckers who got nothing better to do. They got nothing going on in their life. So what they want to do is try to cancel people. And if you're a big corporation and you care about your bottom line, you end up succumbing to these goofy motherfuckers. Jeff would have worked, yes. But ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. The fourth quarter, baby. Akin put 2 on it. Said pick the best era, Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression. I actually, Attitude Era was much more nostalgic, but when you talk about in-ring work, Ruthless got to beat. MDJ put 2 on it. Which female heel do I hate the most? Female heel, probably, shit. Oh, Charlotte's a pretty good doggone heel. But I hated Ivory in the right sense. I couldn't stand it. Right, trying to stop my young mind from being so perverted. But will Miami make this a 2-0 lead, or will Philly even up the series at 1 apiece? Ladies and gentlemen, drop those 4s in the comment section. I want to see it in the chat room. Turn it up, because we are entering the fourth quarter. Miami won the third quarter, might I add. So that now puts us in a spot in which, if you chose Miami to win the third quarter, congratulations, you just got yourself some points. Let's get some more polls going, all right? Let's go. Last basket of the game. Miami or Philly? Miami or Philly? Is the last basket a free throw, 2-pointer, 3-pointer, or a 3-pointer? Oh, great pass. Good Lord. Can't get a defender. Oh, boy, everybody's getting fouls now. Now Philly is racking up fouls now. Philly's racking up fouls now. Let's go here. Let's take a look at the scoring. Butler's got 20. Adebayo's got 15. Hero's got 18. You better hope Hero don't score another basket. Maxi's got 24. Harden's got 18. Harris got 12. How the fuck did James Harden only take 1 shot in the third quarter? James Harden only took 1 shot in the third quarter. Oh, my word. Wow. He took 1 shot in the third quarter. Wow. Ain't that something? Who ends with more made field goals? Let's see here. More made field goals. Harden's got 6. Harris got 6. Butler's got 7. Hero's got 6. So we'll go Butler, Harris, Hero, Harden. Who ends with more made field goals between the 4 3-point attack? Oh boy, PJ got 2 threes. Uh-oh. PJ's got 2 threes on PJ alert. Why didn't WWE strike while the iron was hot when Braun was hot? Because they were very stupid. AJ put 15 Hong Kong on it. Said somehow nobody made memes with Chris Rock show skits. Oh, they will. They will in time. They will in time. 92-82. I don't know what Harden doing. Free throws. Miami is 19 of 23. Oh, no, we can't use free throws here. Rebounds. Turnovers. No, Miami has way too big of a differential. Blocks. Steals. Offensive rebounds. They're tied. Who ends with 4 offensive rebounds? Hey, they're going to need to call time. Miami going to have to call timeout real soon. Miami going to have to call timeout real soon because they playing like garbage right now. They playing like hot garbage right now. They cut this deficit to 6. Eric Spoelstra need to call timeout right now. MDJ put 2 on. Said, would you book Reigns versus The Rock? How would I book it? SummerSlam. SummerSlam, what I would have happen is Roman starts talking wild, right? Roman starts talking wild about how he's not only just the head of the table, face of the WWE and everything. What he should be talking about is how he is by far the best in the family, period, right? Start down, don't down talk everybody in his family, but talk about how nobody was able to get to his level. The High Chief Peter Maivia, the Wild Samoans, all right? Talk about Rikishi, the Usos, dad. Hell, the Usos. Not turn everybody against him, but make sure he just cements himself at the top. Then he could just mention The Rock, put a little bit of sprinkles here and there, not try to, set it up like that, but just keep talking about how he is by far the best, right? No response from The Rock whatsoever. Javon put 20 on. Said, what female wrestler do I think has the best chance to take the title from Charlotte Flair? I think it should be somebody who wins the Money in the Bank, but Rhea had already done that match. Asuka coming back and winning Money in the Bank again, I think that'd be kind of, driven the wrong direction. I think what should have happened is Sasha wins Money in the Bank and they give her an opportunity to mess around and cash in. Cash in on Charlotte, have her go to a different show, let her finish her tag team reign with Naomi, and then move on from there. But it definitely should be, somebody else. Or maybe, because with Liv and something else, maybe they could cash in, but who knows. But with Roman, I would have Roman just talk about how he's simply just the best in the family. Royal Rumble comes, and I guess what should happen is The Rock has to play face, so he can't be heel. So what you can do is have Rock come back at Royal Rumble, lose in the Royal Rumble because Roman Reigns eliminates him. Then, Elimination Chamber, The Rock distracts Roman. Roman loses the title. Rock Roman at WrestleMania. Roman would have still been undefeated, but he loses and gets eliminated, gets pinned, loses the title. Now it's him versus Rock. You don't involve the title. That's what should happen. Or you have a triple threat situation and Roman loses the title without getting pinned. But Roman should lose the title but not get pinned and have him waiting for, but ultimately I think the match is really Roman-Cody Rhodes. I think everything should build to a crescendo, Cody taking the title next year. Harden in the corner for 3, it's a brick. Here comes Miami the other way. Oladipo, get yourself a bucket. Hey, you might see a timeout coming from Doc Rivers real soon to lead back up to 10. If they extend that lead to at least 13, Doc better call a timeout. Danny Green in the corner. Oh, boy, you can dribbles, dummy. Oh, they called another foul. Oh, there's a mustache credit YouTuber in here. Hello, credit YouTuber. That's what's up, man. Welcome. A Grizzly said you want Jade to peg you. What? Hey!
Pull over.
What you talking about? What are you talking about? What's wrong with this man? Hey, yo, what you talking about? This man said break out the toys, but for me, hey, yo. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Whatever you like to do behind closed doors, that's your business. Just don't bring it here. What's wrong with this man? What's wrong with this man? Tripping. .758 left on the clock. 94-84 is the score in the fourth quarter. Bars. AJ Lee should take the title. Would you stop it? She's retired. Philly's got 4 fouls. This man got 6 fouls in 10 minutes. That's wild. I don't know why they're not playing inside. Hey, this right here is for the money. Tyler Hero can't get past 18 points. For the money, you need it. Oh, Bam's just going to take a jump shot right here. No, go inside. Go inside. Take your time, brother. Fade. Try to use the backboard. They didn't get it to go. Get your ass back up. Get back on defense. If Tyler Hero scores, there's a brother in the chat room who's going to be losing a whole lot of money. They going to call a charge? No, they're not. They're going to call a block. Hashtag Truth said WWE doesn't understand the story they have with those two. Sasha and Naomi are the most popular women's tag champs ever. Why not have them dominate with all the gold? I mean, dominate with all the gold, I don't think it would work. Because I don't think you should have dual champions at this particular stage. It's not going to work out. But Naomi, Sasha should roll with the, roll as the SmackDown tag, or SmackDown, just as the women's tag champions. But I do think one of them should win Money in the Bank and then make it, you damn near forget the fact that they have the Money in the Bank. I've said that time and time again. Somebody should win the briefcase. Don't even come out with it no more. I want you to forget I'm even Mr. Money in the Bank. I'm going to remember. You're not going to remember. I'll have that shit for almost 300 days. And then when you least expect it, I'll come out with the briefcase. Yo, I forgot this dude was even. Yeah, got your ass, dummy. Mahmood had said Stone Cold Stunner or Undertaker's Tombstone for the best finishers. Numbnuts, but two wants to educate them with the baddest white boy Pistol Pete. No, I'd actually say Larry Bird is the baddest white man. Well, Tyler Hero throwing alley-oops, but he ain't scoring those baskets, so you're still in a good spot. The lead remains at 10. MDJ Patuon said, do I see Roman or The Miz going to Hollywood? Oh, by far, both of them. Both of them. Both of them are going to go. Roman got the look. Miz has the consistency, but Miz, everything he does go to DVD, but he certainly is going to go to Hollywood. Why do you think he got them television shows and all that other shit going on? Miz definitely got a career in television. Oh, Oladipo, why did he do a step back? You didn't need a step back. Gets a long rebound. Take your time. Tyler Hero walking a tightrope. Corner to Strus. Gets one to go. 13-point lead, and there's the timeout. What'd I tell you? They get to 13, call timeout. Oh, man. Golly. Sleepy Squirrel said, do a specific one. Will Hero get to 19? Come on now. Come on now. Where we at? 658? All right, let's get some 3 big bonus polls going right now. Let's get 3 big bonus polls going right now. Let's go. We'll go to team stats. Matter of fact, no. We'll close this at 5 minutes, 30 seconds. Let's go. Plus minus. Okay, so who will end with the higher plus minus? The higher plus minus. Bam. Butler. Let's see here. Bam, Butler, Hero, or Vincent? Bam, Butler, Hero, or Vincent? Who ends with the higher plus minus? We going big points, big points. I'm just going to randomize the amount of points that's here. Who ends with the lowest plus minus? Yeah, I'm put y'all in a situation where you got no real gauge for what's going to happen. Harden, Harris, Maxey, or Danny Green? There we go. And then last but not least, we can go, will we go rebounds? We'll go rebounds. Who ends with more rebounds? Harris. We'll go Harris. Strus. Strus. Harden. Or Butler. The polls will remain open until 5:30 left on the clock. Let me go and participate in the polls myself. Keep in mind, opportunity to win yourself 30 Jerry. Oh boy. Here we go. Opportunity to win yourself 35 Jerry. Atkins said, as a Miami fan, would you consider the 2006 finals rigged or at least suspicious? No. There were some questionable calls down the line, right? However, you have to consider when, where, and how the foul calls came in. Granted, Dwayne Wade shot an absurd amount of foul. I think he shot, 102 foul shots over the course of the last 4 games, which is crazy. Or I think Miami in total shot that much over the course of the last 4 games, or was that Wade's foul shots the entire series? I can't recall. But when you go back and you watch the fouls, Dallas fucked themselves so many times in the series. It's almost like when Pittsburgh played Seattle. The difference was it was a bit more evident in the Pittsburgh and Seattle Super Bowl. I can admit there were some questionable calls, but there was only 7 accepted penalties by Pittsburgh. The problem was the time in which the calls happened. But when you look at the games, you look at the momentum, you look how the game was playing out, It's very tough to say, hey, this is what swayed the game or this what swayed the series. If you watch the series in its entirety, you see why Dallas lost. They fucked themselves. 15-point lead. There's Struz back to the corner. Oladipo. Bam! The challenge from Eric Spoelstra coming through. Man said, I challenge you. I've been at 13 a couple of times. How about we extend this sumbitch? And they done brought up the lead to 18 with 5:31. Y'all so lucky. Y'all got 1 more second to go over to the doggone polls. David Box in the building said, you celebrating moving to D.C.? I can only see half the message. But you celebrating moving to D.C.? Hey! Well, you said cheers to you. Well, cheers to you, brother. Got that MJ tequila. Cheers to you, man. Congratulations on the move. Theory is another pedo. What you mean? What you mean? What you talking about? What you talking about, pedo? Austin Theory? What you talking about? Where that came from? Ben Simmons about to undergo back surgery? Well, I don't understand. 7th Denim. Put 5 on say, hey, yo, Chiz, how much for a feature verse on your, how much for a feature verse on your slam poetry mixtape? You could write my, I could even write my own verse. I know you know some ad-libs. I mean, I'm no artist. The Unchiseled Adonis is a rapper, but I can put stuff together. I feel like it's something that just goes in the family. If you guys remember my Steelers rap, I said a fucking bar. What did I say? I said, we got off the bus. I think I said we got off the bus. We had to run through the park into the mending hall. Rang the bell, something to hide away from James, like to Sarah Connor, some shit like that. But I used every Steelers running back, and that shit came off the top of my head. Now, when I recorded it, it wasn't, I just said it straight. While I was saying it, and then I had said bus into Parker, Mending Hall, and I stopped. I said, wait a minute, where the fuck was I going with this? So maybe, email me, chiselladonis@gmail.com. Email me. Let me know what you got going on. I'll see if I could do something. Then I'll record something for you. What did he say? Said he was fucking with a 17-year-old or something like that. Like how long ago though? How old is Theory? Theory's got to be like what, 24 right now? Yeah, he's 24. He's turning 25 this year. How long ago did this happen? Shit, I mean, granted, given the situation, there's no way. He's from Georgia. What's the age of consent in Georgia? Personally, in my opinion, I think anything under 18 is wild still. But apparently in some states, it's 16, so it's fine as long as you find somebody who's 16. Yeah, Georgia's age of consent is 16 years old. All right. Last night? Damn. Theory's 23? My apologies. Damn, they caught him last night? What the hell was he doing? Mina said, how hard is it to not touch underage kids? Some people just don't think. Some people are stupid. I can't lie. Some people are just straight up stupid. I just think it's wild to even, I don't even want to have a conversation. Like a long, okay, let me not say that. I could speak to, and let me preference what I'm saying. I could have a conversation with any 16-year-old, any 17-year-old, any 15, 14. I could hold a conversation. When I say conversation, we're just talking about, just speaking about literally anything. We're not talking in terms of, hey, I'd like you to come to my bedroom. No. But on a consistent basis, I'm good. I don't even want to talk to you. Somebody who 20, what we talking about? We got two different life. What are we talking about? It's not happening. But you dead got older people who dead be preying on these young children? I don't know, dog. Y'all. That shit kind of weird for me. I understand you want somebody who could be relatively youthful, but some people be doing too much. It was like a year ago he was talking to somebody. Okay. It was about a year ago. Shit, they done called them the theory. Well, damn, Derrick Henry Bird done wrote it. He said theory 445. A man of culture for 5 on said ESPN gonna say it was bad basketball by the Sixers and not the Heat just being elite. That's a problem because they don't cover the Heat all year. So what's gonna happen is they're gonna sit over there and not give them their credit. That's what's gonna happen because people literally I truly feel like we all watch the same game. But these talking pundits take whatever would be easy fodder for the public and just run with it. That shit's crazy to me, bro. Chop said you 27. Kamarcus said you're 27. What is a high point man for today? Damn, Hero still got 18. But fam, your money looking a little bit secured still. Maxey got 28. Harden got 20. Bam got 19, soon to be 20. Butler's got 22. Harden took 3 more shots, only a couple more points. When I came down, said you're 17. Buns and basketball lit. Fun fact, I'm still trying to secure them a gym. They kind of put me in a very precarious situation because they need a gym for damn near 8 hours, and New York City is very tough. So if anybody knows where I can find a goddamn gym that would rent it out, but then at the same time, there's a uniform policy as well. You can't just have ass just all out. Because this is a very ghetto production. So I had to contact the Tugs them to see if they could get some stuff set up to aid in me getting stuff set up. But it's still gonna be kind of tough. They done cut the deficit down to 12. 3:45 left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Because I would have hosted, I would have contacted the people who they call my doppelganger in Wavy's World. I would have contacted Wavy's World and see if he could host with me. It'd be the first time that I'll publicly do the growl. I went to his event like a couple months back. Well, I was there. I never publicized nothing, but he's a cool dude. Maybe we'll do some videos together. He actually hit me. He did tell me if I wanted to do some skits or whatever, he down. So I'll probably link him like, yo, you need me for something? I'll figure out when I'm free during the month. I'll pull up. But yeah, the big deal from the spot. Shh, don't make it hot. But yeah, for the Buns in basketball, I actually, if they come to New York, I'm pulling up there. So I'm pulling up there for sure. Although not that, I'm over there looking for some ass. But I mean, I am gonna be looking at some ass. But Sleepy Squirtle said, PJ, don't you dare hit another 3. Top 5 NBA poster dunks of all time. Vince Carter on Alonzo Mourning. Dwayne Wade on Anderson Varejao. Shaq on was it Chris Dudley? Shaq on Chris Dudley. Pippen on, I think it was on Ewing. And then if I needed one more, no, I don't want to use an alley-oop. I don't want to use DeAndre on Brandon Knight. That was an alley-oop. If I needed one more, no, DeAndre Jordan was on an alley-oop. That's the only reason why I wouldn't go there. Shit. Bam, and one inside. No, Paul George on Birdman. I don't know. I feel like there's one better. Blake on Blake on no. Blake on Gasol. Wade, a very underrated dunk. Wade on Kendrick Perkins when he spun and then dunked on Perkins, man. But oh yes, fuck all that. Baron Davis on Andre Kirilenko. Yes. Thank you so much. When I came down, Baron Davis on Andre Kirilenko. You talk about a fucking pop. They had the Road Warrior pop in the Oracle that night. MDJ put 2 on and said, who would I win? Who would win in a boxing match? KD or LeBron? LeBron. Because LeBron is very surgical in everything that he do. KD is just ridiculously talented. I think LeBron would study KD like no other and really be able to take advantage. Whoa, they called a foul? Wow. That's crazy. Tyler Hero done fouled.
Tobias.
I said he fouled.
Tobias.
Yet another 3-point play for the Sixers, but this time it's for
Tobias.
How did you let
Tobias.
get an and one?
Tobias.
2:51 left on the clock, and now at the line is shooting.
Tobias.
10-point game once again with under 3 minutes left to go, and here come the Sixers press. Miami just being careless with the basketball. They got way too comfortable. Anthony Edwards had a hell of a dunk, too. Oh, Jordan on Ewing was pretty good, too. Butler just need to get inside. Can't get one to go. Offensive rebound by Bam. I wouldn't say hold the ball just to hold the ball, but take your time. Jimmy need to take a jumper right on the elbow. Jimmy needs to take a jumper right on the elbow. Wow, it's still going to be Miami basketball. They're able to retain possession. Kobe on Dwight. Nah, I'd pass on that. Shit. Actually, to be honest with you, Derrick Rose on Goran Dragic was pretty doggone lethal, too. Corner throw. Oh, boy. I thought P.J. Tucker was about it. Whoa! Oladipo about to be shooting 3? Was he fouled on the floor? Is Oladipo shooting 3? Oh, no. The foul happened on the floor, not shooting. Happened on the floor. No shot. No shot. But he's headed to the line. Kobe on Nash. Nah. Jordan did get on Mutombo, but it wasn't really one of those big poster situations. Yeah, LeBron on Nurkic was pretty doggone good, but I think Anthony Edwards got one of the better dunks dunk on somebody as of late. LeBron on Nurkic was pretty doggone good. And if you want to get into recency bias, Wiggins killed the man yesterday.
Kick. Wiggins still looking for his first field goal. Wiggins!
But when you talk about best dunks of all time, that wouldn't crack the list. But when you talk about best dunks, you got to think about people who fell victim to.
Put that nigga ass in the dirt. Then some more, I'm going to send him the same way. In a box back to you.
LeBron on Jason Terry. Now we talk about alley-oops. So if we go alley-oops, DeAndre Jordan's dunk, by far the most disrespectful alley-oop of all time. Then you got LeBron dunking on top of Jason Terry. Him jumping over that guy in Chicago. Blake caught a body on an alley-oop on somebody before. Sean Kemp had a very disrespect. No. That was straight on. It wasn't an alley-oop. 2 minutes remaining here. D-Wade on Varejao. I said that for my top 5. 10-point lead right now, ladies and gentlemen. 101-111. Take your time. Take your time. KD put 2 on. MJD put 2 on. Is that Kobe dunk over Chris Paul? Oladipo with a 3. Oh, my God, bro. They can't stop the shooting. Oladipo with 19. Why would you rush that 3-point shot? Why would you do that? Philly just fucked themselves. They got to foul. If I was them, I'd foul. I would foul. You got to foul. That was so dumb. Maxey, oh, my God. Maxey, why would you do that? What the hell was he doing? Granted, it was going to be a slim chance to make a comeback, but that shot right there just sealed your fate. You rushed a damn off-balance three-pointer for what? That reminds me of what happened yesterday, what I told you guys about. And you know what's funny? Chuck ain't talk about it. Ernie didn't talk about it. Kenny didn't talk about it. Shaq didn't talk about it. Nobody on First Take, Undisputed, First Things First, Get Up, the Herd. Nobody talked about the point where Golden State lost the game yesterday. And what did I say it was? Up 97-95, 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Curry comes up the court, gets the ball, top of the doggone key, shoots a three-pointer with 2:45 left to go for no goddamn reason with no rebounders. That's when Golden State lost the game. Ain't nobody talk about it in the doggone media. I'm like, yeah, y'all motherfuckers is dumb. Yep, the game's done now. They done lost the basketball, game clipped. They ain't even gonna foul no more. Yup, they not even fouling no more. Game clipped. They already subbed motherfuckers out anyway. 15-point lead. This game done. Curry mentioned it in the shot. Yeah, Curry mentioned it himself. But all them other pundits, they didn't talk about it. Yao Ming had a 5'9" guy dunk on him. Nate Robinson. No, he said stupid-ass threes. He didn't specify the stupid-ass three. Because that was by far the dumbest. Clay was off. Tail end of the game, Steph was off. But that was the possession that cost them. Hey, get Duncan a basket. Get Duncan Robinson a basket. Let that brother cut. Get Duncan a basket. Why Duncan ain't cutting? Let that man cut. I guess not. Homie just got pinned. God, dog. Let's go, Martin, and one. PJ out the game. Caleb Martin able to get a basket here. 33.9 left to go. Up by 17. Well, I said 17. What's wrong with my math? Up by 15. Opportunity to make it 16. Free throw is good. Most athletic point guard of all time, Russell Westbrook. What's Russell Westbrook? Oh, Dwayne Wade is here. Okay. Eugene, put 2 on it. Terrence Ross. On for, oh boy, yeah, Terrence Ross on yeah, he cocked that thing all the way back. Yeah, that was a facial. That was a facial. No. When you talk about athleticism, I think Russell Westbrook might just, before he tore his ACL, Russell Westbrook, and hell, even after he tore it, man's level of athleticism was different level, bruh. Different level, bruh. Another game, another disappointment from freaking PJ Tucker. Not getting the threes. Time to give out some doggone points. And also, who won the fourth quarter? Miami again. So, who ends with more rebounds? Harris, Strus, Harden, Butler. Harris had 4. Harden with 4. Strus with 4. Butler with 6. Oh, shit! Tyler Hero didn't pass 18. Somebody just won some money. Tyler Hero ain't past 18. Wow, who saw that coming? Hey, that man probably jumping for joy right now. Lowest plus minus amongst the Sixers was Danny Green. Damn, everybody chose Danny Green. That's crazy. Highest plus minus for the Heat was Bam Adebayo. Damn, everybody else chose Bam. I must know how plus minus work, because Lord knows I don't. More offensive rebounds. Miami. Who wins with more field goals made? Butler, Harris, Hero, Harden. The answer was Harris. Butler had 8. Hero had 6. Harden had 6. Harris had 9. Last basket came from Miami. On a free throw from Caleb Martin. Leading in shot attempts for Philly is Tobias came through. Shit, somebody dropped. Yeah, no. Most shot attempts for Philly is Maxey. Most shot attempts for Miami is Butler. Tobias showed up again. Who scores more in the fourth? Miami. Did P.J. Tucker get at least 3? Fuck no, he did not. And last but not least, who wins tonight? Sixers or Miami? The answer was Miami. Where am I on the list? Damn, I'm 115th. And in first place goes to Sean. That's an interesting name, brother. Sean is in first place. And Asa came in second. But Sean came in first place. How the hell I keep ending in the hundreds? What's going on? Sean the third. Am I going to go live for Phoenix and the Mavs? No. I did my DDP yoga before I went live, so I may just lay down, watch the doggone game, and then go to sleep. Oh, man, what a game, huh? Damn, Sean not here. Damn, Sean. Nate put 2 on it. Said, Chambers on Mark Jackson. Ooh, good dunk. Good classic dunk. KT Chris said, hit the music because Miami won. You ain't wrong. Oh, damn. Sean is here. And what's his cash app? Sean. Hilarious. You got 3 Seans, and then you got 2 Seans in the cash app. So then that makes the 5 Sean. Sean is here. Sean. Hey, Sean, that's you right there. This man is in love with his name. That's you, Sean. Sean 5. Just got to make sure that Sean is you, Sean, so we can Sean the money. Another Sean said, fuck you, Sean. Another Sean said, I'm the Sean. 7th Denim, put 2 on it. Says Sean is Tony's cousin, perhaps. Congratulations, you've won. And the money is going. To Sean. Let the people in the comment section know you have received your funds. 7th down, put 2 on. It says Sean. Peyton said it should have been me, not him. But I tell you what's going to be tonight. Miami with the victory. Hit the music. Winning. Magnificent. But for Philly, you're now in an 0-2 hole, headed back to Philadelphia for, I believe, the game. Oh, my. I think the game is on Friday. I think the game might be on Friday. It might be on Friday, or is it? Yeah, it's on Friday. Because Miami's distance between them and Philly not too far. So game 4 is on Friday. I won't be live, but I will. Initially I wasn't gonna go live tomorrow, but I am gonna go live on Cinco de Mayo. I was gonna go out, but ain't nobody available, so I will be live. Hopefully this. Oh boy, yeah. You know what? That'd be great if the series were to end in a sweep during WrestleMania Backlash. That'd be magnificent. But then when would the conference finals go down? Shit. Well, whatever the case may be. The game's tomorrow, yeah, all right. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys tuning into the doggone stream. It is 10:09. Let me go move up the premiere for my video to 10:30 so they can watch it then. But tonight, we saw the Miami Heat once again walk away victorious. And the Sixers had that ass dropped right on top of them. Had that ass just dropped right on top of them. They could not hang, all right? And they ended up taking themselves an L. Once again, I'd like to appreciate everybody who dropped some
donations. Gifts. More gifts.
And for the Philadelphia 76ers, they'd find themselves taking out their Metro card and getting aboard from the diaphragm. The train. Because for the second consecutive week, they got fucked up the poop shoot to the point that James Harden, Maxey, Jordan, Harris, everybody inside the locker room holding their sphincters because they feeling pain like.
He was all up in my stuff once. I told him, you better get that thing out of my ass or I'm going to shit on it.
What's wrong, okay?
When I came down, I'm trying to make you understand what I'm saying.
Pain because the jumpers for Miami tonight was wet like this Pokemon.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Squirtle.
If Philly can't turn things around in Game 3 and they go down 0-3, entering Game 4, they're going to be screaming like,
Police! Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police! Help!
Where we come from,
Where we come from,
we are the police.
we are the police.
The police of Haiti.
The police of Haiti.
Nice, nice Haiti.
Nice, nice Haiti.
Beautiful Haiti.
Beautiful Haiti.
Sweetie, sweetie Haiti.
Sweetie, sweetie Haiti.
Sweetie, sweetie.
Sweetie, sweetie.
Sweetie, sweetie.
Sweetie, sweetie.
Sweetie, sweetie Haiti.
Sweetie, sweetie Haiti.
My God.
Because once again, taking the L, your life points have dropped all the way down to 0. And for this game, it's game over.
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake!
Y'all have yourselves a good night. Hit the music!